Hey, this is Steve from LZ23 Strength, and today we're going to be talking about rebounding, jumping on a mini trampoline, numerous health benefits. We're going to talk about 7 of them. If you stick around to the end, there's going to be an 8th bonus one. Might be the most important for you. And at the end, we'll come back here and show a few different things that you can do on there besides bouncing up and down, obviously. But there's a few other things that might make it a little more interesting, a little variety. About 10 to 15 minutes a day, if you can do that. If you can up that to twice a day, that would be phenomenal, but minimum 10 minutes, and you'll get so many health benefits. So we'll see you back here in a little bit. Hey, this is Steve from LZ23 Strength, where we exert ourselves, elevate our health, evolve in mind and body. Today our topic is dealing with rebounding, which is basically jumping on a mini trampoline. And we're going to be talking about all the great health benefits that you get from it. It's highly efficient, low impact, so low stress on the body, but the exercises improve so many different aspects of our health. And it's not something that you have to spend an enormous amount of time. Something as simple as just 10 minutes a day. I kind of think 10 to 15 minutes, even once or twice a day would be optimal, but that's me. Everybody can do as some feel that you can get by with even just a couple minutes a day and get some great benefits. But I'd say the minimum 10 minutes would be the minimum I would be shooting for. So we're going to talk about 7 benefits we have to our bodies. And if you stick around to the end, I'm going to have an 8th tip that might prove to be, personally for you, the most important. Everybody's different, but that 8th one is kind of interesting. So let's talk about the first one. It improves our lymphatic drainage and detoxification. That's something that you hear often, being talked about a lot, but the lymphatic system is vital to many aspects of our body, from our tissues to our organs to our cells. And the activity on the rebounder definitely helps all those areas, especially in removing waste. But as far as the cells, we have 75 trillion, I believe it is, cells in our body, and they're all benefited from the up and down jumping and movement on the trampoline. So it improves that whole system, which is good for our health. Secondly, it increases bone density and strength, and especially as we age, we've talked about this before, and I'm sure you've heard it before, where our bones, we might lose bone density, and that gets people into trouble, especially if they fall, breaking hips, breaking knees, femurs, all sorts of things like that. The G-force of acceleration and deceleration on the trampoline, even though it's low impact, it still has an effect on our bone density and strengthening that. So it's effective for combating osteopenia or osteoporosis. And again, as we age, that's something significant, and it doesn't take a lot to help that. So another good reason to rebound. A third benefit is the low impact cardio and weight loss. So again, it's low impact, especially compared to something like running, which can take a toll on joints. Again, ankles, knees, back, all these things can be affected, where on the trampoline it's low impact, so it's not going to have that kind of effect on our ankles, knees, and hips. But it's good for our cardiovascular system, and perhaps could help lose a couple pounds. Again, depending on how regular and how much you do, how intense. But again, as I encourage, it's something good to do on a daily basis if possible. The fourth area that it's helpful is it strengthens our core and pelvic floor. So we're working on an unstable surface, so it engages deep core muscles, trying to keep ourselves on there properly, and strengthens the pelvic floor. And also the sphincter muscles, which I didn't know this, we have over 60 types of them in our body. So again, it's another byproduct benefit of rebounding. The fifth area that's closely linked with these last two is that it improves balance and coordination. And again, as we age, that's something important because that's one of the biggest fears is as people get older into their 60s, 70s, and beyond is falling. And the statistics are terrible when older people fall. The statistic is roughly that about 25, maybe to 30% of individuals who fall can even die within the first year. And a high percentage of those who don't might not get back the mobility that they had prior to the fall. So balance and coordination, we take it for granted as we're younger, but as you're older, it can have a significant impact on health span and longevity. And what it does, the motion enhances proprioception. I'm saying it properly, proprioception, body awareness. And then also it strengthens the vestibular system, which is the system in our ears, the inner ear. And again, that's all crucial for stability as we get older. So that's where rebounding helps in those areas. The sixth area can boost energy and mood. And certainly that's something that we all want and can benefit from. So it releases endorphins, leading to lower stress, reduced anxiety, and higher energy. And what's nice again is that bounce the trampoline rebounding, it's generally easy and safe. It's actually movement and exercise that we need. So we're worth putting forth the effort into it. And number 7, enhanced muscle tone. So we're not looking for miracles here, but it's enhanced. So if we're doing other things to enhance our weight training activities and cardio, all of these things can work together synergistically, but it enhances muscle tone. It may help tighten legs, abs, arms, may even improve skin appearance due to improved cellular function, as we mentioned earlier, that the bouncing, acceleration, deceleration works on all of our cells, which includes the cells related to our skin appearance. So in talking about these 7 benefits, if you have 100 people doing it, are they all going to have identical outcomes? Probably not. Probably everybody's affected different ways. Everybody's putting a little different effort into it, a little different time. Is everybody doing it 7 days a week, 10 to 15 minutes twice a day? Are they doing it 5 minutes occasionally? So you're going to have a different outcome for everybody, but the key in here is that these benefits can be there if we apply ourselves to them. And the 8th one is maybe one of the more interesting aspects of it, and that morning rebounding can be an effective way to help you go to the bathroom. It's interesting that the up and down movement, emotions, it's like a gentle massage for our digestive system, promoting peristalsis, the muscle contraction that moves waste through the intestines. So the gravitational forces and movement can encourage bowel movements, and especially for those to help relieve those who have constipation. And I believe that there's a pretty fair amount of individuals out there with constipation. So the exercise increases blood flow to the intestines, helping them to work more efficiently. So number 8 can be a game changer. And again, take 100 people. Are all 100 going to have good regular bowel movements every morning just because they rebound? Perhaps, but a significant portion may be the one who benefits from that. And especially for having issues in that area, it's good to have that in mind. So keep all those in mind. It's a very simple, easy thing to do. You can do it at home. You can do it while you're watching TV. And there's a whole number of ways that your body and health can benefit from these things. So let me give you a few examples of a few different things that you can do on the trampoline, but definitely you want to be bouncing. And 10 to 15 minutes, at least once a day. If you can do it twice a day, that'd be awesome. And reap the benefits. So there's lots of different things that you can do, and you can mix it up, count 30 seconds to a minute, have a timer, and bounce up and down. And for the next 30 seconds to a minute, just bounce without leaving the ground, just get your heels up off. You can jog in place. And again, it's going to affect your balance because it's a unstable surface on the top of the trampoline. You can even reach across as you're jogging. These things will affect your core. You can do mini jumping jacks. Depending on your comfort level, you can hang on and just do your feet for the jumping jacks. As I mentioned, balance, and then being an unstable surface, you can try to balance on one leg, and you'll feel in your ankles and your leg the difficulty. And I think I'm better on my other leg, but that's what nice. This one has a balance stabilizing bar. I think a lot of them do. They don't all have it. I would recommend it, especially if wanting to do this as we get older in life. It's nice to have there. Mine's an old one and mine's a little wobbly. I'm gonna have to check out a new one. I would think that they would be more firm, but even something like squatting, again, it's not as easy as it looks because of the unstable. So you hang on with one hand or two hands. Practice squatting. So I'm sure if you go online and find even other things, you want to get comfortable, want it to be safe. Obviously, it's no good if you fall off and get hurt. But there's a variety of things that you can do to keep it interesting if you're going to be doing it on a daily basis. As I mentioned, 10 to 15 minutes minimum. If you could do it twice a day, it would be phenomenal. But if you end up just doing this, that alone is good. You don't have to do the other things. It all depends if you get bored or want to add some other interesting things into your routine. So I hope you found this video beneficial. Please smash the like button and hit subscribe. And we'll see you in the next video. Take care. Keep bouncing.